Okay, let's do this again. Now, if you would like to, this would be a great place to pause, take a look at this example, see if you can work through it on your own, and then come back and compare, see what you left out or where you got hung up. Example 10, we've got a survey of 1,001 adults. So we know our N is 1,001. That's our sample size. 921 reported that they always wash their hands in public restrooms. So we can find our sample proportion, 921 divided by 1,001, and we get 0.9201. While we're here, because I am going to do it all together, I get a standard deviation. .0799. Everything under the square root of 0.0086. So we are going to check. We get 73.59, which is greater than 10. We're good. 1,001, again, is definitely less than 5% of the population. So that's good. Here, notice that we want a 99% confidence interval. So that's a little different than what we worked before. So this time, my alpha is 0.01, and so my alpha over 2 is 0.005, 0.5%. So we want 0.5% in this left tail and 0.5% in this right tail. I will do this both ways again. I'm just going to show you what those commands are. Got norm.inverse. I want 0.005. I have a 0.9201 and a standard deviation of 0.0086. I get a lower bound of 0.8979. Oops. Already confidence intervaling. And go norm.inverse. That top end is 0.995. And I get 0.9423. Remember that point estimate, our 0.9201, should be directly in the middle of those two. Here's my confidence interval. 0.8979 to 0.9423. I'm leaving out those leading zeros just because I am running out of space. To interpret, we are 99% confident that now we don't actually have to follow this, but you got to get all the information in there. That the percentage, we can list this one as a percentage of adults who always wash their hands in public restrooms is between 89.79% and 94.23%. I said I was going to do it both ways. I'm going to bail on that just because I am out of room. But we are going to go ahead and highlight this so we can find our statement. Perfectly okay to say, which kind of feels a little more natural to me, we are 99% confident that between 89.79% and 94.23% of adults always wash their hands in public restrooms. Okay, so the sentence stem does not have to be your statement does not have to look exactly like this, but you have to have all the important information. Confidence level, what we're talking about, and then your lower and upper bound for your confidence intervals. Okay. So let's go back for a minute and just make sure that we're putting together all the pieces when it comes to confidence intervals. So example 11, we want to determine the point estimate of the population proportion, the margin of error for the following confidence interval, and the number of individuals in the sample with the specified characteristics for the sample size provided. So the point estimate, again, has to be in the middle of the confidence interval. Middle, exact middle. So in the middle of the confidence interval, which means I can get that point estimate by averaging my lower bound and my upper bound. My point estimate is 0.27. Notice I don't have anything in here to interpret. That is the proportion in my sample of size 1000. The margin of error, again, we can find by taking the upper bound and subtracting that point estimate. We can take the point estimate and subtract the lower bound. We should get the same thing in both places here. So our margin of error, or our error here, is 0.023. How many individuals in the sample have the specified characteristic? Well, we have a sample of size 1000. We have a point estimate of 0.27. 270 members of our sample have the specified characteristic.